you, Mick. 502961, the item number, if you want to relive that yourself at home. This is absolutely flying. Very, very busy on the phones now. Please don't forget it's advanced orders, so even if you haven't got your money in your credit account right now, it doesn't matter because you're not going to be charged now. All you need to do is order it. The week commencing the 5th of November, it's not too long, you'll be charged and that's when it will be delivered. And have a look at some of these tracks, some of my favourites on there. It's Impossible, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. We've also got Tell It Like It Is, one of my other favourites, and I Only Have Eyes For You, we just saw, and a lot more besides. Mick Hucknall, it is such a pleasure to have you here. Welcome.
I'm very happy to be here, thanks.
Now, you just hot-footed it back from Germany.
I did, yeah. I've had a very busy week.
You have, haven't you? Because you're in Germany for the GQ Man of the Year award.
Yeah. I got made a Doctor of Music on Thursday.
Is that in Manchester?
And then Man of the Year on Saturday.
And then QVC on Saturday.
So I had a great time. Yeah. I had a wonderful evening. I walked down the aisle with the red carpet with Shaka Khan, an old friend of mine, and we had a very soulful evening together. Yeah. American soul, perfect.
Well, exactly. Now tell us about the album then, because this must obviously be really dear to your heart, so many favourites on here.
Well, I've been collecting records since I was about 11 years old, and a lot of the tracks on here I had on vinyl when I was a kid. I've still got some of them, you know, so I was asked to go through my collection and choose some of my most favourite songs. Yeah. And these are some of my favourite songs of all time. Do
you know what I love about this? On first listening, there's some songs there I could immediately sing along to. I know all the words, and really surprising choices, because it's Impossible. You don't hear that covered very often, but it's absolutely genius, your version. It's such good sing-along music. It really is.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, I first heard that when I used to be a waiter in a club.
Did you? What, where?
In Manchester, where I was born, and the singers who would play at the weekends used to play a lot of these old crooner songs. Yeah. You know, and that's where I first heard that. I must have been about 14 when I first heard that.
Yeah, because of course your roots are Manchester, hence the honorary degree, or doctorate,
that's right,
not a normal degree.
Call me Dr. Mick.
Yeah, Dr. Mick.
Mick. Yeah, perfect.
Brilliant. Yeah, you have your little business
cards. If you've got any melodic problems, come to me.
But of course, because I was at Piccadilly Radio in when Simply Red first hit.
Excellent.
So you're part of my history as well. Now, when you look at some of these tracks on here, tell us the reason for some of the choices.
Well, as I said, they all kind of go back to my youth, really, and one or two of them, they all have a story to them, actually. For example, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. I was in a bar in Santorini in Greece, and I signed this autograph for this guy, and then I got a tap on my shoulder, and I thought it was somebody else asking me for an autograph, and I turned around, and it was Eric Burdon, who was the original singer of Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. Yeah. And I had a beer with him, we had a chat and stuff, and I always wanted to cover this song because it's got such a great lyric. Yeah. And Eric's version's amazing, so we had to try and do it a little bit different to how the Animals did it, you know. And that was the challenge of most of the album, is to try and do, you know, it's 2012, and we want to do something for now, you know, kind of old songs, but done in a way that's modern.
And make it sit right, because when you listen to the album, it doesn't jar that suddenly you're listening, it's like you're listening to another album. Yeah. It's all very much
you don't want to make it too modern, you know, but you don't want to make it too old-fashioned either.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's lovely to have you here with us.
Yeah, pleasure. And
obviously very, very busy, because I hear you're running a vineyard now as well.
Well, my hobby is wine, and I ended up, through various circumstances, partly owning a vineyard on Mount Etna in Sicily, next to the volcano, so it could go at any minute, you know, you've just got to hold on to it for as long as it lasts. Yeah,
well, do you know what I love about having artists like yourself? You're absolutely part of the history of so many people who watch QVC, people who have been looking out for you coming on here, people who have tweeted us, they've Facebooked us, and they've commented over and over again. Let me tell you just a couple of them, if I can. Kathy Holmes says, love Mick Hucknall, Simply Red from the beginning. I went to every concert in London, she said. For the Stars concert...
Thank you.
She even left hospital early after a knee operation on crutches. She wasn't going to waste her ticket.
I hope she's not damaged her knee doing that.
Yeah. Suzanne Trowell says, the man has a true talent, sounds good on record, but even better live. Not many people can say that. I saw Simply Red 9 times, just brilliant.
That's great,
and
thank you.
To Jacqueline Reid as well. And a special wave in the camera, if you would, for Carrie Ann Brown.
Where's the red light? Hey.
Say hi, Carrie Ann Brown.
Hi, Carrie Ann Brown. How you doing?
And Mick, there's so many people maybe would wonder where you're intending to go now, because 25 years with Simply Red, you've had a couple of your own albums. What can we expect? What are you working on?
Well, I'm very interested in taking on the challenge of embarking on a second career, because, you know, we have a wealth of sort of 60s music that made Britain really famous.
Yeah.
And I was never influenced by the 50s and 60s with Simply Red. It was more like the late 70s, early 80s sound. And there's a whole array of musical style like that's on this record that I love. And I'm just now applying it to my own compositions as well. So the next album I'm going to release will be an album of original songs, but it will be using this era as an influence, unlike Simply Red. And that's why I needed to make the break to change the sound. Because if I stayed as Simply Red, people will go, it's different.
Yeah.
It's not like the Simply Red I know. Which means it's sort of restrictive as well, if you keep going like that. And I want to embark on a new road with a new sound, and I hope it's going to have lovely melodies and fine lyrics, and I hope people love it.
Yeah, we'll hear about your other album you're working on with Will a little bit later, and he's also, beware, he's also going to ask you about your plans for Christmas. I don't think he's got any invitations.
Okay, all right.
Don't worry about it. But just quickly, before we finish on the album, I really want to make sure everybody knows what they're getting on here, because it sold 1,200 earlier in the week when you were here on Tuesday. Another 600 have just gone. And I want everyone watching who has never, ever ordered from QVC before to realise this is P&P included. It's delivered direct to your door for $8.99 in the week commencing the 5th of November, and you've got all of these classics on here. We've heard I Only Have Eyes for You. Tell It Like It Is a gorgeous set.
Yeah, I love that song. Yeah, me too.
So beautiful. And it's impossible, like I said, where else would you find that on the same album as Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood?
Indeed.
Like, really, really different and eclectic. Now, there's a couple of slightly faster ones on there. Tell us about those.
Well, you don't want to fall asleep, do you? You've got to keep going.
You're driving.
Yeah. And there's a couple in there that you'll probably be bopping around the house to, actually.
Yeah. Well, look, it's been lovely to have you here, and I know you're going to perform again for us in the second hour. What's next for you in the next few weeks?
I'm doing a lot of promotion on TV and radio, pretty much all over Europe, some in the UK. And can I mention other shows?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the show Loose Women next week.
Oh, God.
And am I allowed to mention
Good luck. Good luck with that.
Oh, yeah? I'm fine around groups of women. They've always been nice to me.
That's all right.
And then I'm doing some German promo, some Italian promo. So I'm just sort of flitting in and out, really, doing my work.
Well, do you know what? You've got an army of fans watching on QVC. At Mick fans. Hi to all of you on Twitter. Obviously, you know about the girls. And tell him we love him so much, they're saying as well. And
It's so sweet. Thank you.
And I think anyone who's not bought from QVC and they're watching because of you being here, all I can say is you should talk to Jack in the band, whose mate Janet apparently does nothing but talk about watching QVC as well. And maybe this will be your first ever purchase from us. So we need to know, where do you want to send it? How do you want to pay? All you need to do is call the number on the screen and talk to the Liverpool operators. We can even order it online and say you bought it on the internet. We don't mind. You pay this, P&P's included, and it's 502961. Do enjoy the green room.
I will indeed. Thank you.
Can't speak for what goodies are on offer there, but you will get a mince pie.
Lovely. That's perfect.
Nice
Thank
to have
you.
you here. Thank you ever so much.
My pleasure.
It's 502961. Mick Hucknall himself here live in the studio on QVC. 900 orders heading towards 1,000.